Good morning, everyone. My name's Eric Fletcher, and I'm the VP of Marketing for Ricoh Canada. On behalf of everyone at Ricoh, I'd like to welcome you all to this exciting two-day virtual event. Over the last year, Canadian SMEs have worked hard to find new ways of growing their business, serving their customers, and supporting employees. They've turned to innovative technology and digital solutions, and that's something that Ricoh we care deeply about. That's why we're proud to partner with Canadian SME Magazine and our fellow sponsors to bring you the best insights, tools, and recommendations to help your business thrive and change for better in the new world of work. As the VP of Marketing, I develop our digital workplace solutions and the strategy we use to create them and bring them to market. Whether that's through advertising, social media, or integrated digital marketing campaigns, my job is to know customers better than anyone else, to put them at the heart of every decision that we make across the business, and to ensure we deliver on our brand promise of imagining change and our value proposition of empowering digital workplaces. And every once in a while, I get to be included in the fun stuff like the great partnership and sponsorship we have with the Canadian SME Magazine and speak with you today. While much of my focus is on developing and marketing solutions that will make businesses like yours make change happen, I also work closely with my colleagues to make change happen within our own business. And over the last 10 years, we've worked hard to redefine ourselves as a digital services organization. And if the past year has taught us anything at all, there's never been a more vital time for a digital-first approach. COVID-19 drove the digital transformation of a lot of businesses. Ricoh's an 85-year-old company with a strong legacy in imaging and print. Everyone's going to need a printer, right? I don't know, I'm an electrical engineer in my first degree, and let me tell you, computers created more printed paper up until the last couple of years. The promise that computers would eliminate paper, it's just starting, and now it's going to continue and speed up. The truth is, print volume has been declining for the last couple of years. And how and where and when people print has changed significantly in the past 15 months. We already made the shift to be a digital services organization, but now it's time to look at our largest revenue stream and reinvent how we price, invoice, service, and deliver our print solutions, especially to our SMB customers. We knew that our customers were scanning more paper than ever as they tried to get information and documents to remote workers. We had workflow software that could address that need. Small business owners had more important things to worry about than toner replacement for their printers. We should make that process automatic. We heard loud and clear that small businesses needed a predictable, simple, and cost-effective pricing model. We needed to produce a one flat rate invoice. So in the height of the global pandemic, we introduced Rico One Solution. It's a new take on what we've always done, just done better for the modern workplace. There's a saying, never let a good crisis go to waste. My team took this opportunity to totally reshape the way we've been selling printers for 30 plus years in Canada. The business was ready because we all knew we had to change to gain a competitive edge. And more importantly, we had to adapt our processes to meet the needs of our market and our customers. So we built a plan, we briefed the stakeholders, and started to rebuild our processes from scratch. We built and enabled a virtual sales team that's 100% focused on SMB customers to meet your needs. We updated systems and completed integrations to enable a single invoice and automatic toner replacement. And we launched the bundled new print solution. The past year, it's been unbelievable. Some of the most difficult, significant challenges for small businesses ever. But it's also seen some of the most successful innovation to date, thanks to growing technology and digital solutions. A recent data gathered by Software Advice, a Gartner company, reported increased productivity, better engagement with customers, and increased sales as a result of SMB investments in technology. That's why we believe there's no better time than now for SMBs to define how they work and change for better. And if an 85-year-old organization can do it, so can you. Work from anywhere. It's here to stay in some shape or form for many organizations. In a recent Leger survey, only 20% of Canadian employees wanted to go back to the pre-pandemic work style. However, loneliness, communication, and collaboration are a struggle for 40% of the workforce right now. We're all looking forward to the day when the handshakes and in-person team meetings are normal again. But workplaces have and will remain changed. Technology not only supports access to critical information that employees need to do their jobs and to take care of customers, it also helps connect them to each other. Solutions like content management and workflow, collaboration software, cloud solutions, and e-signature, they enable employees to work from anywhere, securely and effectively. Let's talk a little bit about a change for better story. A real estate brokerage had hundreds of small franchises who needed some way to deal with the signatures for their clients to close deals. They were looking for someone to build them an e-commerce front end and take care of billing each small client. The franchisers were spending too much time and money on the existing solution. Many were still scanning, printing, and signing contracts and offers. And that's hard to do from the car. Speed was of the essence because the real estate markets, they're booming across the country. So we deployed a front-end online software that met their needs, and each of the franchises could buy it with their credit card. Hundreds of small businesses signed up the day they launched it. A reminder that, here's an enterprise solution. It could be redefined, scaled, and customized for small business needs. And it got agents doing what agents do best. Help their clients buy and sell homes. They're buying and selling dreams. Let me talk a little bit about one of our customers. So it's a small custom software company. They had implemented Microsoft Teams, keep their business running during the pandemic. But they worked in these project rooms. They used Agile as their core business model. And they had to put their customers and their coders all in the room so they could all talk and collaborate together. They built the stories and they built it in real time. But Teams wasn't robust enough. Wasn't a robust collaboration real-time tool. Couldn't duplicate the project rooms they used. So they had all these employees and customers dispersed, and now they had to figure out how do they bring them together virtually. They were looking for a solution that allowed them to brainstorm with whiteboards and PCs remotely with their customers and with their employees. Big problem. They couldn't grow their business. They couldn't figure out how to keep their existing business running. Collaboration software like Reactive, it marries interactive panel displays, so those whiteboards, PCs, and collaboration all together in a remote method so everybody can work on it. This has become an issue in the hybrid workplace. What happens when we go back to the office, or not if everybody goes back to the office on the same day? How is this issue going to resolve itself? How are we going to deal with that? Got some solutions to help you there. Traditional solutions like Teams are great for discussions. We use it ourselves, we sell it. But if your business relies on team brainstorming and collaboration, there's better technology out there that will enable this, no matter where people are working from or where they're going to be working from in the future. If you think about now or in the future, where a worker sits should have no impact on the core business processes and how they're done. Paper's not your friend in this venture. That's why leaders are implementing new ways to manage critical paper-based processes like invoicing, accounting, and HR. McKinsey basically says 60% of the occupations can save 30% of their time with automation. Think about what you can do with that time to help generate business, grow your revenue. IDC says organizations lose 20 to 30% of revenue each year due to inefficient processes. So you make those processes better and you'll just pick up the revenue. A recent Ricoh survey basically says for the first time, excitement is actually happening for automation because workers are really getting to start to see the following benefits. Greater speed and flexibility from the new technologies. Easier and more immediate access to data, and that's key in today's business models. Less repetitive tasks, so it makes the job more fun, and automated administrative tasks, right? Gets rid of the low value work. One of our customers in the distribution business, mostly serving the plumber trade, sent out thousands of invoices every month. What they were looking for was a system that could match up the invoices or money transfers or check payments to their invoices. They needed the money put in their bank account, their system updated that the account had paid and balanced, and once the money cleared, the check's destroyed. Cash flow is critical to small businesses, but they don't need to do the work themselves. This particular company couldn't afford to buy specialty software to make it happen. So we built a workflow system for them with our ECM software and ran it for them, which sped up the cash flow to 24 hours versus the weeks it was taken before. And we built a contract that did it on business outcomes so that they knew that as their business grew or shrunk, the cost would go with it. Now, this is an SMB that had many invoices, and invoice management was the issue to scaling to new areas. They were excellent at getting specialty parts to their customer base, but they needed that paper part of their business eliminated. As I speak with our SMB customers, I hear time and time again that expediting and simplifying their accounting process to get paid faster, free up their time as a priority, and get their cash quicker. That lets them grow. How to onboard a new employee during a pandemic? Are they coming to the office, or is everything being done remotely? It's a perfect example of how an ECM solution can take all your unstructured data and turn it into a workflow process that can be replicated. As employees are hired, they need to submit paperwork for all sorts of things: benefits, paychecks, where do they get their money deposited, security checks, address. You got to sign several standard HR forms. And you got to figure out how do you stay current on all those forms. It's a process that looks very similar across SMBs. So Rico built and launched a standard process for SMBs on an enterprise content management software that does exactly that. We looked at a few implementations that we had done in this area over the last couple of years, and we saw we could deliver a better, more standard way for small businesses to reduce their cost and speed up implementation time. It's a win for our customers as they get a best practice at a lower price, which means you have more money that you can spend on growing your business versus running your business. And that's what you want to do. You want to grow your business. You know, something that many small and medium-sized businesses discovered during the rapid shift to remote anything, or actually maybe remote everything, is there's a lot to be gained by not relying on physical space. But there's also more risk. With remote workers now at the core of your productivity, and the devices they work on can no longer exist at the edge of your security planning. Businesses of all sizes require more than basic antivirus and anti-spyware protection. Even if today's workers are more digitally aware than ever before, the cyber threats are only becoming more sophisticated. In just the first 3 months of 2020, the consequences of so much remote work created a floodgate of new data and security threats in Canada. There were 1,500 fraudulent sites related to COVID-19. Think about that. It's been, just over a year now. That's like 3 a day, 5 a day. Losses of 1.2 million to scams. 739 reported fraud attacks. Those are the only ones that were reported that leveraged the crisis. 1,700 malicious domains using Corona or COVID as their names. Canada's taken down 1,500 coronavirus-related scams. That's hard to believe, but it shows you how fast people are taking advantage of the situation and the changing workplace that's going on. As the hybrid workplace continues to blend together, network access, cloud reliance, access to data, small businesses and owners, they need to look out for solutions to protect their business. It's your critical asset. Unfortunately, far too many of the customer stories I have on this topic are about how businesses came to us after a ransomware attack. Rest assured, there are many solutions out there to protect your business, and this change for better story has to start with prevention. Like get an IT security health check to uncover vulnerabilities before you're hacked. If you think you're too small, you are not. Let me tell you, when you have a company who can't get into their systems, can't access their data, can't access accounts payable, receivables, customer data, employee personal data, it's a mess. This is not a nice engagement. And while we're always posed, ready to help customers, we'd rather remind our customers the cost to rebuild a more secure infrastructure after attack can be $100,000 in just 1 month, just to get back up and running. That's not years of investment, that's 1 month of investment. It's unaffordable. That's why we built an IT management service focused only on small businesses, where we can provide the best practices to protect your infrastructure, patch it quickly, and ensure the solution's hardened enough to make the ransomware people move on to somewhere easier. Make it harder for them to get in. Make your business less of a target. That's my advice to you. A lot of this comes down to employee training in areas like phishing, social engineering, compromised passwords, and other threats that are common. If you only have 1 or 2 people working for you in IT, I suggest you look at managed infrastructure of some sort. It'll be your best line of defense, and it'll be your safest and your strongest. If large organizations are being compromised, think about pipelines, think about food processing industry, companies with lots of dollars, and they're in regulated industries, then you've got to do everything in your power to keep the ransomware people out. What do we know about cyber attacks today? Is they're happening to small businesses with 100 to 99 employees. And why is that? Attackers know these size of companies don't have the resources to stay on top of all the threats the way a company can come in. If you're trying to do it with 1 or 2 people, or you're a small business owner trying to do it by yourself, these bad actors know you don't have the resources to stop them. You've got the most to lose, and you're most willing to comply to pay out the ransomware request. That's a misguided belief that you'll avoid having to pay higher costs for repairing the fallout and damage to their network and infrastructure. But if you just pay out the cost, you have no guarantee that they can't get back in, and they're just going to hit you up again. It's so easy to miss out just on that one thing out of many, or that one employee clicking on the wrong link. But there is training available, and it's not expensive. An ounce of prevention here is worth a pound a cure, or maybe 10 pounds a cure. Out of all the things I've talked about today, this one scares me the most, because most small companies will struggle significantly to cover the cost of that complete network and infrastructure and security rebuild after an attack. It may put you out of business. Just think of that one ransomware attack and you're out of business. I've seen the cost and the loss that comes from the fallout of these situations firsthand, and it scares me. And you've worked too hard on your business to let that happen. So take the first step. Go in and change one area of your IT security for better. Because if you think you're 100% protected, you're probably not. And there are things that can be done now to minimize the damage when. And notice I said when, not if, the threats come your way, that your business will survive. For entrepreneurs and small business owners, I don't know, what comes next is you've got to redefine how you work with the digital first approach. And while that sounds like it requires technology, it also requires people and partners. There are solutions that scale and perform for small business. As you think about how you want to redefine your business, consider how you can leverage technology and partners like Rico who can help with increased collaboration between employees, between customers, from anywhere. How to enable access to your information securely and efficiently from anywhere. How can you automate those processes? How do you keep your business agile and remove the limitations of paper processes? And finally, protect your business, your network, your data, and your users. All about prevention and training. Lots of ways partners can help, and they're going to help you as you redefine your business. I want to thank you for allowing me to share some Change for Better stories with you today. I hope you're able to find some inspiration how your business can redefine work and help you thrive in today's digital workplace. Stay safe and secure. Enjoy the rest of the expo and have a great day.